Is anybody here? Talk to me. There we go. I'm just grooving for a minute. That's how you do it. You with your girl in a room, and the time is right. And you got this going on in the background. And you look at her and say, oh, you in trouble. Ooh. Then you grab this leg and that leg, and you can make a wishbone out of it. And then bread. All right, that's enough of that. Hello, Lisa, how are you? Wait a minute. Barbara said, not Barbara Certain said, nope, not me. And of course, Barbara Alexander gonna say, shit, that's me. Do it. We know already, Barbara. We know. How's everybody doing? Uh-huh. We know. What's up, Brian? You and RJ Watkins should link up. You and RJ Watkins should link up? Really? Why? Why should I and RJ Watkins, who's been around for a long time, why would I link up with that guy? That guy is, he's the man. I'm not on his level. Mm-mm. Or Nat Morris. You want to go there? Hello, Melanie. How are you? Listen, I didn't say it was going to turn into no damn 2 hours. I don't listen. I don't never come on with the intentions to be on for 2 or 3 hours. I don't. I don't. I tell everybody that. It's just, oh my God, when you just got so much you want to fucking say in such a short time, it's just so hard. It really is. There's times I want to come on here and just do fucking 20 minutes and call it a day. And that 20 minutes end up being an hour and a half. So, I mean, it's okay. Y'all watch. Y'all still watch. Whether I do it for 2 hours or fucking 3 hours, you still watch, don't you? All right then. Yeah. Shea. There is something to be snaring that romance. Anything other than slow heart and heart means nothing. Okay. I hear you, Barbara. I'm just saying. Barbara, we know you down with fucking anything. Come on now. Who don't know you by now? You said, see what she said, Bob Alexander. I'm down with that. Hey, Valerie, how are you? She down with that. She looked out the window the other day and seen two squirrels having sex. She said, ooh. Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. We know Barbara. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Let me see. Somebody told me people always send me messages and ask me to tell certain stories. And so Barbara Alexander sent me a text. I think it was today. If I come on, yeah, it was today. If I come on, can I talk about the $70 million scam? Okay. Listen. Here's the story. I'm gonna try to take you back far. I mean, I'm gonna take you back really before I ran into New Orbit funding slash what the fuck the other name was? It was New Orbit funding, and they changed it USA International, and God damn it, it was something else. I got it in my file cabinet. It was three different company names. What it ended up being. So I'm on YouTube doing my normal thing, and because people all over the world see me, they see what I do, and so they reached out to me and wanted me to work for them. And I said, doing what? He said, well, I'm flying in from the UK next Friday. I would like to have a meeting with you. Okay, this sounds pretty big. You flying in from the UK and stuff, and you want to have a meeting and shit, and you got some big shit going on. So I meet with him at Greektown, yeah, Greektown Hotel, downtown Detroit. And we're sitting in the lobby talking. He was telling me about how he was buying like 30, they're selling 30 and 40 houses a month. And they needed somebody to help them on a rehab side. And they felt they were losing a lot of money because they in the UK and they got some people here local kind of like running shit. And it seemed like nothing is really getting done. You know, we spend out all this money. So what we want you to do, we want to hire you to oversee whatever they're doing and let me know where my money is leaking. Not legal at the time. Okay, I can do that. A memo went out to everybody. Hey, this is Mr. Woods. He'll show up on a work site. Blah 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 blah. You know, and I showed up, told everybody who the fuck I was, what was going on, what it was going to be, and I walked into this one house, and it was a big house. I got it on YouTube. I got it on YouTube. I walk in, and I hear some people talking in the back. I'm seeing all this fucking shit laying around, all this shit that can be done in this house. I hear voices in the back. So I walk, I said, hello, hello. And I walked in, who is that? I said, Mr. Woods, the new manager. Oh, yeah, we knew you was, we heard you was coming. We back here. I kid you not, there's five. Five, five. Five brothers in one fucking room, in the bedroom, painting. Five. Five. I said, man, there's a lot of work in here to do, man. What everybody do here? Do everybody paint? Oh no, he do this and he do that and he do that and I actually paint. But I said, well, then why are all of you in here painting with all this work that needs to be done? This can't happen, bro. I mean, this project is behind, man, by like 5 months. I mean, I broke it down like a fucking fraction. They didn't like it. I didn't give a fuck. It's gonna be this way or no fucking way. Now they seen structure coming in. Now I'm starting to structure their fucking companies. Every place I fucking went to, there was some shit. There was guys who was taking the work trucks and going to other jobs and not even going to the job that was paid to do. Oh my God. I had never seen nothing like that in my fucking life. It was really, I said, this is where this man's money going to. It's going out the fucking window. And so on payday, they rented an office building, an office suite in the Fisher building downtown, on the 20th floor, whatever floor it was, way up. I said, they got me paying some bucks to have an office in the Fisher building, like on the 20th fucking floor. Hell no. They got some money rolling through here. So I go in, and everybody, all these people just come in getting checks. I want my check. Want my check. Stand in line getting the checks. I'm like, I've seen all this fucking dead weight because I've been to all these fucking places. I'm looking at all these people getting checks. I know what the fuck they do. And they sitting here and they getting fucking checks for something they're not fucking even doing. And so I called old boy at the UK. I said, dude, this was going on. And I told him everything that I'm fucking telling you, everything. He said, okay, well, I'm flying back down there, blah, 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 blah. So he flew back down here and tried to straighten all this shit out. All this shit out. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Adam, who came from the UK, was working with Daryl. I brought Daryl in on it. So I figured, like, if I'm gonna make some money, let Daryl make some money. So I brought Daryl in on it. And they had this other guy from the UK who rolled around with Daryl. All their job was to look at a list of houses all day and just ride and look at hundreds of houses every day. That was it. But the thing with Adam was horny. Adam was horny. He'll tell you about his wife and his kids and what it's like in the UK, but at the same time, Adam was fucking horny. He was horny. Wherever he thought he could have got some. Hey, mate, where you go around here to get some what? No, I don't know. What? He said, I guess you guys call it pussy. I thought that was fucking universal. What do you mean where you go to get it? And it's just like, I said, I can't believe this guy. And we was at the office one day, and he come in with a little suitcase and shit. He opened up a shitload of Viagra. I'm like, hey, oh no. I said, you peddling Viagra, bro? He said, oh no, when I came across these, I know it's gonna be here for a while. I know it's gonna be here for about 4 or 5 months. So, I just figure like you gotta be ready. What? You gotta be ready. You just finished talking about your wife and fucking kids. What the fuck you mean you gotta be ready? He's like, you told Daryl, he said, you want something here? Daryl like, yeah, I'll take a few fucking packs. Hey, Eric, I'll take a few fucking packs. Shit. What about you, Shea? You want something too? I said, it's not that I fucking need it, but I mean, I'll take something. You got so much there and shit. I mean, why not? It's just like, again, it's not, I don't need it, but yeah, Viagra's expensive to the motherfucker. It is. And here he got a suitcase full of this shit. I said, how do you get fucking this much shit? He said, man, in the UK, it's not like that. He said, we just walk in and get whatever we want when we want to get it. It's easy to get this in the UK. I said, no shit. I mean, nothing. That's it. He said, that's it. Damn. I said, man, you know me. I said, man, we can make some money, man. I mean, how much of that shit can you keep smelling here? Shit. My mind really turning now. But anyway, we was doing all these fucking houses. And him and 2 other investors from Germany flew down. We was working on the house. It's called My Secret Location. We worked on the house. House was a fucking disarray. I mean, we had stripped the walls. I mean, I mean, the whole house was fucking stripped. I mean, nothing but fucking studs. I mean, that went to the stud. And they came in and was looking, pulled me to the side. Because we had all the supplies in the living room and the dining room. And he said, how can we put something together so I can take some pictures? I'm like, take some pictures? What the fuck are you talking about? I said, what are you talking about? Take some pictures. Pictures of what? Go ahead, take your pictures. He said, no. He said, we sold this house already for $50,000. You what? You sold this house for $50,000? Like this? He said, listen, mate, what can we put together really quick so we can take some pictures to send to the client? Ooh. Well, the white guy who was working for me in the video at the time, he can do any fucking thing. He overheard us talking. And he said, I can put something together for you. I'm looking at this fucking stripped house. I said, fuck you mean you can put something together? And the UK guy said, yeah, go ahead, mate. Do it. Just make this kitchen look like a kitchen so I can take a few pictures. But shit, I want to see this too. Old boy went and grabbed a lot of towels out of the boxes. He put them all across the floor, real nice and neat, like they was grounded in already. He grabbed the cabinet, the sink cabinet, brought it in, and set it up right next behind the studs, and put the sink in. Took two drywall sheets, and put it behind there, just tacked it in really quick, and put cabinets on this side. And by the time he was done, it looked like a fucking complete kitchen. I said, what the fuck? Old boy took his pictures. He said, mate, can you do something up in the bedroom up there? There's carpet in there. There's carpet laying all over the place. It was an empty floor. I mean, it's like, the white guy again. Oh, I can do something. That room was painted already. He went in there, took a tape measure out, rolled that carpet, cut it just right, tucked it all in real nice and neat, got a broom. He said, go ahead and take your pictures, sir. And that's what they was doing. I said, wait a minute. And the bell started going off. I mean, I said, let me dig deeper into what's going on here. I had to see what's happening because I can see, but I want to make certain that what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. And it kept going on, and it kept going on. And we were supposed to go do a rehab at a house. And I had the address. And I had the crew on the way over there to meet me over there. And when we got there, there was a crew working on the house already. So I'm figuring, well, okay, something got crossed. This big company, maybe they sent a crew out already to do it. And so I walked up to talk to Pookie. I said, who's overseeing the site? Oh, that's Mike inside there. Mike, it's the guy who want to talk to you. He came out, hey, Mike, what's going on? I'm Shea, man. You all right? Yeah, man, I'm all right. You okay? I said, so how long do you think you guys are going to fucking be here doing this one here? I'm thinking we're working together. He said, I don't know. Why? I mean, what's going on? I said, aren't you part of New Orbit? He said, who the hell is that? You're not part of New Orbit funding for this house. No. I work for a client who owns this house somewhere else. You do? Yeah. I got paperwork for this house. We do too. So I called down to the office and said, hey, there's something going on here. I actually called to the main office in the UK. I said, listen, I'm at this house and there's some guys here working. And they're not part of New Orbit for this house that we supposed to be rehabbing. It's like, what's going on? I'm lost. And she said, she knew. She said, let me see. Well, hold on. Let me get back with you. Hold on for a minute. I said, yeah, let me know what's going on. I'm here. And she came back to the phone and she got quiet and she said, listen, I shouldn't be telling you this. She said, but they reselling those same houses to other clients. Huh? What? They were selling the same house that they packaged and sold to somebody. They resold it to somebody else too. And somebody else. Everybody had some interest in this one fucking house. And it was getting $40,000 per person off of each person they kept doing to the houses. And then they charged them a fucking fee. And then they said, this company promises to get your rent every month, blah, 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 and send it to you. When these people in the UK think like, okay, well, I can roll with that shit. I'm gonna sit back here and drink my beer, whatever the fuck y'all do down there, and wait for rent to come in. What they did, when you gave them $40,000, all they did was give you 6 months of your money back. They don't care about that because they're hitting a lick at 40K. So what's fucking 6 months if the rent is only $600? That's nothing. That's nothing. And that's what they would do. And after that time, on the 7th month, when the client didn't get his check, hey mate, what's going on? He said, mate, you're not gonna believe this. He said, these motherfuckers broke in this house and stole everything. Everything. So we can get it back together. You just have to send us another $30,000 and we'll put a crew back in here. We'll put this thing back together again. That's what they're doing. So they're making a lot of money. Now remember, they're doing this like 30, 40 houses a fucking month. You multiply that. 30, 40 houses a month between $30,000 and $40,000. Oh, and they've been doing this. They've been doing this for what I understand, a couple years before I even got involved. A couple years before I got involved, they was doing this shit. That's how long they fucking been doing this. But then, when I seen what was going on, I said, hell no, I ain't gonna be part of this shit. Hell no. And I backed out of that shit. I just said, hey, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I said, what you guys are doing is fucked up. I said, I want to be part of that. And I went on a site, some type of legal site, and I was talking about them, like, be careful about these people because they fraudulent, they taking people's money from all over the fucking world. And I was putting it out there. I was telling everybody before I even got that point. I was telling everybody who will fucking listen to me. These guys they're ripping people off big time. And when they seen that, they got on there and started talking shit about me like, hey, don't listen to this guy. It's fucking crazy. We terminated his services because his work was substandard. Listen to nothing he says. Trying to discredit me for the wrong that they fucking doing. I ain't making that fucking money. They making that fucking money. And what happened was I was the main factor into bringing that shit down. I helped bringing that shit down. I brought that motherfucker to his knees. To his knees. To his knees. Y'all seen the documentary I put on my channel? Y'all seen that? Brought him back down to selling used cars and facing all types of fucking charges. This guy had like a mansion. He had luxury cars. He had a fucking yacht. He had a private fucking plane. Man, he had it made. Yeah. Hello, Regina. How are you? Hey, talking with Tanya. How are you doing? You okay? Miss Lipstick. So I see you tonight. Yep. So let me see what you guys want to talk about. Somebody, because somebody did want me to talk about something, and I will. I haven't forgot. You're right. Mm-hmm. Just want to talk to you guys just for a quick moment. Because you know when I started talking, you know I get on the fucking roll and y'all be talking shit like, Shea, we trying to get his attention and shit. Y'all be laughing at me and shit because I'm still like talking about the story y'all over here like trying to get my attention. I was in Detroit earlier. I didn't see the food truck. I went to West Point to eat in Turtle Pie. Oh, okay. The food truck is Christopher, the food truck is there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I thought he said Thursday, but it's Friday. Man, I'm trying to see if anybody saying anything. You probably are, but it's just not coming up right now. Let me see. You had the steak and shrimp, man. I like the steak and those shrimp. Oh my god, I love those fuckers. I love them shrimps. Big old meaty. Ooh, they just like I don't know what it is about them shrimp. They really big. You know, like ooh. You know, if you buy the meal, like a barbecue meal or a chicken meal or chicken and shrimp, you get 3 shrimp. Now, that don't sound like a lot of shrimp to most people, especially black people. 3 shrimp is like, what? 3? But at West Point, these shrimps are meaty. I mean, they're big. I mean, they're fucking big. You know, it's like fucking $3 a piece. Those are big shrimp, and they are good. Oh, when I go down there, if I can't get no shrimps, I ain't going. I ain't going if I can't get no shrimps. Oh yeah, see, yep. You know already. That's that's good. That's my spot. I like going to West Point. I really do, especially on a fucking Sunday. Ooh, I'm sitting home I'm just chilling. I'm sitting there just chilling at home, and all of a sudden West Point pops in my head. I said, "Shit, I get on the phone quick. Let me get a rib and shrimp dinner." Uh-huh. Yeah, baked. Yeah, baked potato. Load it. Oh yeah, load that motherfucker up. Uh huh. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait a minute. Just add one more shrimp to that. Okay. Right. Oh, medium well. Medium well. Shit. I love the shrimp. Barbara was a really big watermelon she grew. I have like Fort Wayne. I have like probably about 4 or 5 in the truck. Yes, big, thick, juicy shrimps. Yes. Hello, Joy. How are you today? You all right this evening? How are the children coming along in their studies? Yes. Now look at the clock right now, because see, you was messing with me, talking about watch it turn into 2 hours. See, now you got me watching the fucking clock. Now you got me watching the clock because just because you said that. Now I know that's gonna turn into something nice. I just feel it already. They are nice and meaty shrimp. to and taste fresh. They are. I love them. They're really good. What's for dinner? What did everyone have? I'm thinking tacos sounds good. I'm not a taco man myself. It's just, I mean, Mexican food is not really my thing. I mean, I'll eat it, but if I had a choice between two different types of restaurants, Mexican would lose out. But I will go, and I have gone. Like the Mexican guys that got working for me doing the roof, I got pretty cool with them, right? And half of them can't speak no English, none, not a drop. Just make fucking sign languages and shit. Just like sometimes I wonder, I said, do they fucking really understand me and just laughing at me and shit, or they just laughing because they don't understand that I don't understand them, and they think I'm saying something funny. So I always wait for Roberto to come back, right? He's the main guy. He talks English really good, really well, very well. Hell, better than most brothers I know. And we was talking one day. He said, "You know what, Mr. Booth, I like you. I like you. I like you a lot. You good man. You good man. Good man." He said, "And I like that. I like that." He said, "I want to invite you to my daughter's christening." Really? Yes, at church. Would you come? I said, "Yeah, I come. Yeah, no problem. When is it?" He told me it's gonna be on a Saturday. So I never been to a Mexican church. I mean, I didn't know what they did and how they did. Well, it's to- totally different from a Baptist church. That's for damn certain. That's for certain. And so I got there. I didn't know really what to wear. I said I don't want to overdress or underdress. Maybe just put some blue jeans on. I don't know because I'm going to a Mexican church. I don't know I've never been to one. So I didn't know what they're supposed to do. So I was like, schedule. And so I walked in and said, they see me and he said, "Hey, my friend, hey, hey." And he said, "Come on in, walk in with us, walk in with us." So, okay, here I come. And so I walked and see all the little Mexican people just coming out there. Taco Bell. I mean, it was just like, I said, "Damn, don't know. I speak no English. Not one damn soul speak no English." I said, "But you know what? It's okay because I'm here to support my little friend because his baby gonna get Christian today. That's all that matters." And they was real friendly, opened the door for me, said, "Hello, man, amigo." Hey, my man, right on. And I walked there, hey, right on. They just looked at me all laughing and chilling and shit. Cause I mean, maybe I'm saying some stupid shit. I mean, I don't know. And so he said, "Where you want to sit?" I didn't want to sit in front of the church. I've never, ever wanted to sit in front of a church. Black church, green church, whatever. I don't want to be the focus of attention, and especially in the black church. If you're a black church and you sit in the front row, and he know you ain't been one of those cheerful givers, he gonna put you on the spot. When he do a sermon, you're gonna be put on the spot. He gonna be looking at you. You're gonna dig in your pocket. He gonna make you dig in his pocket. But this was a little bit different. So I said, "Well, you're gonna sit right back here." I sat right towards the back and stuff. I know what's gonna happen. So he's sitting there. And he sat there with me and his little baby and stuff, and people start coming in, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden, everybody started falling in and more and more and more, and they started. And then the preacher came out and I realized that nobody spoke English, not a soul, not even the preacher. And I'm like, "So what do you do now?" I know if I was in the black church, I said, "There's gonna be something they're gonna do. It's gonna remind me of the black church, something, and I'll be able to fit in. I'll be able to just get in where I fit in at that point." And so, they was like, "Hey, Scooby Doo." I mean, whatever he was saying in Spanish, I'm like, and people like, "Ah, yeah." And I'm like, I'm right with him, like, "Yeah, fucking hell yeah." Fucking talking to the people. I mean, I was like with them. And when they didn't say nothing, I didn't fucking say nothing. I sat back like I knew the fuck they were saying. I didn't know shit what they were saying. But I sat back when they sat down, I sat my ass down. when they started firing shit back up, doing this shit here and standing back up and shit, twirling this shit. I jumped, I didn't twirl, but I jumped up to like, like what the fuck? And then we sat back down and said, woo, you get a rest, you get a workout in this damn church. And so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, here come Pookie. Here comes this little Mexican Pookie. Y'all see, it's in the video. Watch the video. Watch the video. Oh my God, I'm so glad I got a video of that shit. I was sitting there, thought he reached over. Boy, it could have been about 5, 6 years old, maybe 6. He reached over and said something and shook my hand. And I shook his hand and he said something. And then he got ready to ask me another question and shit like, I forgot what he about to ask me something. And I said something really funny. He looked at me like, what? And then he walked away. And I said, okay, this is really nice. I said, I figure if I come here like 12 more times, I'll pick up on some shit. If I come here 12 more times, I'll pick up on that shit. And so when I get ready to leave, he said, listen, he said, well, you getting ready to go, Mr. Wood? I said, yeah, I got to get ready to go. But I really enjoyed it, man. Thank you for inviting me. He said, wait a minute. He said, we having refreshments downstairs. I said, no, man, it's okay, man. I ate yesterday. Just gotta go, And it was almost like a fucking insult. Like I wouldn't fucking stay. Like, Mr. Woods, I want you to stay for refreshments. I feel like it's one of those old Mexican John Wayne fucking movie. Like, okay, but maybe I better go down here and have some fucking refreshments. Somebody gonna come on the back. I don't know. And so I went down there and said, well, fuck it, I'm kind of hungry anyway and shit. So, when you go to a black church, after the service, they go downstairs, and you stand in the fucking line and shit. They got collard greens, they got cornbread, they got fucking roast chicken and baked chicken and fried chicken and string beans. They got the fucking sisters back there just like with their fucking hairnet on and shit. Just like the shit was like measured. And I got up there like, hey, she's like, I said, look at me. Look at me. I'm a big man. She said, you're also holding up the line, big man. I said, well, we don't have to hold the line up. Just put some old shit on there. You hold the line up. My plate is still here. And she looked at me like, this motherfucker. So she put a little bit more there. And I went to the chicken section. And so I got a piece of, they gave me a baked chicken. So right next there, I stood there. She said, okay. I said, okay, what? She said, you got your stuff. I said, I want a piece of fried chicken. She said, well, I just gave you baked. I said, yes, you did give me baked, but I want a piece of fried too. Or it's just like either or. I didn't have no fucking sign saying either or. It's just like, so she said, she fucking growled and said, so she gave me a piece. She gave me the smallest fucking piece. This wing, I don't know where the fuck they got that damn wing from. Probably from a baby chicken wasn't even fucking developed yet, because that wing was like this. And I kept moving so I can go ahead and get my dessert. So you know what black folks do? We always pass when it comes to salad. No, good, man. We don't do. A lot of black folks won't do salad at no funerals. They will not. The carnivores. They're trying to get into it. They ain't trying to do no vegetarian shit at no black church when it's over. We don't do that. But anyway, so when I went downstairs, I'm like, well, I'm not expecting greens, macaroni, and all this shit. I'm expecting something. I was kind of hungry. He forced me to have snacks. I mean, some stuff down here. So when I go downstairs, usually in the black church, when you walk downstairs, you smell it. You smell it. You smell throughout the fucking church. You know what's going on down there. You know. Oh, and then when you walk through the door and that fucking aroma hits you like, boosh, macaroni. You know. But when I went there, I'm sitting here looking. I didn't smell shit. I seen some people back there, like back in the kitchen area, and I seen a lot of people sitting down at the table. They was jabbering and doing their thing, you know. And he said, "Okay, let me go let me get yours right now. Can you stay?" I said, "Well, no, man, I'm just gonna take mine to go." He said, "My friend, I insist, just down eat with us. Eat with us." Okay, fuck it. I got like 5 minutes. Fuck, just the baby can just wait. But yeah, I got about 5 minutes. I got about 5 minutes. So I sat my ass down. I'm waiting for them to bring me my fucking food. He said, "I'm going to get your stuff right now." I said, "All right, cool." I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here, and here he comes with a bag of what's those things you get in the fucking store when you get ready to make your taco shells. It's like a bag of fucking taco shells. A bag. A can of Pepsi in his fucking hand. He set it down. He set the Pepsi down. Pepsi fine? Yeah. All right. Okay. We're just maybe going to get on a fucking pictures. Maybe that's what we're gonna use this to dip some shit. Yeah, that's what that's for. I'm coming back when we're about to eat. Okay. He goes, he he goes back and he comes out with these trays. You know those little cup trays you can put a little box of cereal in and eat? Those little trays like that. He come back with that with some type of tortilla dip stuff. Um, what you call that shit? What's that shit they sell in a jar? In Mexican, when you do it in Mexican, then you dip and you got all that different shit going on inside there. What is that? Whatever it is, y'all know what it is. He come back with that, and I'm like, okay. You said let's eat and enjoy. Like eat and enjoy. Hell no. Hell no. I don't want to be rude and say this is it. You know, typical black person would have said, "This is it." I didn't say that shit. I said, all right, fuck it. Like, I don't know. I felt like Jesus, and they was all my fucking disciples around me and shit, and I'm breaking pieces of this shit off, like dipping in this shit, like passing it down to everybody and shit. Like, man, this man, and he said, I said, man, it was really nice, man. Woo-wee. I'm so full. I'm so full right now. I'm going to Burger King when I leave this building, right? But I said, man, I'm just so full. He said, are you sure? You have enough? I said, I had more than enough. I'm good. He said, well, wait a minute. You got to take some home with you and maybe and give to your brother too. I said, no, man, he all right, man. He ate yesterday, man. I promise you, man. He ate yesterday. Me too. He said, no, I won't insist. You my friend, just hold on. Don't leave. I said, hell no. So he goes back to the fucking kitchen and shit. I'm sitting here like, should I go ahead and leave and give up a fucking excuse that when the house is burned down, something? I said, because he's going to bring the same shit back. I know it. And I need to get out of here. Or before I can come up with something in my fucking mind, here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah, yeah. You know how in the black church and shit, they put some of your food in a plastic bag, you tie it up. He came back with a plastic bag. It was like 3 plates inside there, and 2 extra packs of those shells, and said, "Here you go." I said, "Thank you, man." I was just sitting here wondering what I was gonna eat for dinner tomorrow. Thank you. I really appreciate this. For real, I do. You said I want more. I said, no, man, I don't need no more. I'm good, man. This will last me for a couple of days. I can eat. I said, you don't know how much I really appreciate this. I really do. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You just don't. And I found a kind way to do it. You lost a lot of weight, shit. Not really. Yeah. Well, I did lose weight. I'm good though. It's a difference. When you lose weight and look good, it's okay. When you lose weight and look bad, that's a problem. But I look good. No, I didn't lose it the way I wanted to lose it. I had the virus, and I lost over 30 pounds when I had the virus. So when that weight just dropped off me like that because I wouldn't eat nothing. Days would go by and I wouldn't eat nothing. Barely sipping water. Barely. To having only soup and maybe take 2 spoonfuls of soup and I'm full. Yeah, I lost weight. Yeah, they do that every year, Barbara. Hey, Lynette, what's going on? What's your late self? Hey, shit, Daryl, you got your uncle house when he said it's late. Oh yeah, yes, yes, yeah. I mean, I was carrying the extra weight that didn't really need to be carried. That's what it came down to. That's what it came down to. Because when I watch my videos from time to time, from the old shit to like the middle shit to kind of like the current shit, I watch my weight. I watch my weight go from like this to this. I mean to this, and I seen it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like what I seen. I said I got to do something about this because I see myself getting bigger and bigger. And I didn't want to continue to get bigger. If I see it, if I realize it, if I recognize it, if I recognize it, I'm going through something. Or my body is going through something. My body is changing. I look at my body every day, just like you. We all look at our bodies every day. And I don't give a shit whether it's a day or a week to go by. You should know something or notice something about your body that's changing. Something. And a lot of us just we kind of like we don't do that. We just like we just look in the mirror and just take shit for fucking granted. We do, and we let ourselves go for the most part because we don't take a real good look at ourselves in the mirror. We just don't. We just don't, and we need to sometimes. We really do. Is and brothers finally all right? Yes. No. You know what? No. He lost his. He waited for FEMA to come by to see what's going on by his house because he had like 5 feet of water in his house. So he lived back there off the swamp. He lived, I mean, literally the swamp. And I said, ain't no way in the fuck. We was riding down to a neighbor's house one day. I got this on YouTube, not YouTube, a picture on Facebook. He said, I want you to see my neighbor's house down here. The house is sitting on fucking 12 and 14-foot stilts. I said, wow, this is fucking nice. And we was taking a picture. And about 5 feet away from us was all this nice like marsh shit. And you can see the river behind there. Well, I'm not thinking nothing. It's a beautiful spot, beautiful area. And I said, come on, man, let's take a picture. And he kind of like hesitated. He said, well, take a picture. I said, yeah, let's take a picture real quick, man. Let's stand this way and do it like a selfie and shit. This is a beautiful background. He said, man, we got to hurry up and do that shit quick. I said, why? Did you say this is your friend's house? He said, I ain't got no problem with that. He said, a gator can come out of there any second now. You need to see that shit. He said, you're not in Detroit, man. I said, shit, well, let's go. Find the picture. Let's go. That's all you got to tell me. With a black person, all you got to say danger. Just fucking say danger. You ain't got to say shields. You ain't got to hint. You ain't got to go through none of that crazy shit. Just danger. Say the word danger. Let the D come out. We out. We out. That's why I said black people wouldn't last long in scary movies. 5 minutes. The movie is over. They roll the fucking credits. You know why? Because we got to put them out of there. Don't go in the basement. No, okay then. We're not going in the fucking basement. But what do y'all do in the movies? That's why movies last 2 or 3 hours, especially with white folks in them. Tell y'all don't go in the basement. Come on, Billy, let's go down in the basement. I don't think we should be down there. Billy by a big head. Oh, come on, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Let's go. You can hear a fucking chainsaw going down there, and you still walk down there any fucking way. I be watching that shit and say, God damn. But with us, they were, if we in a lot of them damn movies, what they do? They write us off quick, real quick, because they know. They know we're gonna fuck the movie up at some fucking point. So let's kill Pookie off quick. Because we know he ain't going down in the fucking basement. So yeah. Mm-mm. All right, what we got? What's going on here? Let me blame it on COVID. Yeah, right. Shane, whatever happened to Angry L? What happened to Angry L? What you mean what happened to him? He's still around. I don't use people every day for, it depends on whatever I need somebody to do. Angry L is just, he's still angry. He's still angry. I've never seen such an angry young man. Never. He's mild. He a yes sir and no ma'am, and within the next 2 seconds you see a fucking monster. Easy. Yeah, they kill us off at the beginning of the movie, Barbara. They really do. Yeah. Angry L is just fucking angry. I mean, y'all seen that video I posted when he was cursing his landlord out? I didn't know that was his fucking landlord he was talking to. Had no fucking idea. I just heard quit motherfucking. He said, I know what I owe and I know what I gotta fucking pay it. Quit motherfucking bugging me, bitch. I'm like, I'm listening. I recorded it. I didn't know who the fuck he's talking. I was like talking about a friend or something. I said, and I had to say something. I said, damn. I said, what? I said, your boy, somebody pissed. I said, your boy, somebody pissed you off. He said, man, that's my damn landlord. Talking about that damn rent. I know the fuck I gotta pay it, and I know when I gotta pay it. That was your landlord? Yeah. Damn, tired of that bitch. Let me tell you, had he been my tenant, I would have had that motherfucker out so fast. Oh, I would have had him out so fast. If a tenant ever talked to me like that, ever, Francis, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I really couldn't. I couldn't. Now, somebody wanted me to talk about something I did. Let me see. I'm looking at you. I talked about what Barbara said she wanted to talk about, which kind of surprised me with Barbara. That really surprised me. Like, well, she don't want to talk about fucking sex. Barbara, you know I'm messing with you, right? You know this, right? Francis, Erica's still here, and Joy is still in the house. Yoli and blah, 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 blah. I don't see nobody else. Slim, Coco. Reason why I don't see nobody because somebody you're talking, it might be some type of delay because the last person to say something was actually Lynette. And okay, there you go messing. I'm just saying. I just want to make sure that everybody's still here. All right, talking with lipstick. I know you ain't going no damn where. Oh, Barbara's still here. Okay. And that made sense what you said, Barbara. You said you didn't know whether I came on before or did you miss it, but it was okay. because it's just kind of like this. What I'm doing kind of help break the monotony of all the shit that's going on in the world right now, and and you're right. I mean, this is a place. I know this is YouTube, but this is a place. I created a place where that like-minded people can come in and just talk and just have a good time, and just then you guys make friends and y'all know each other because y'all talk to each other. It's like we are on we are on community right here on YouTube within YouTube. It's just us. We don't have to worry about all the other millions of people out there who's doing whatever they're doing, and that's fine. If they want to come over here and join us, then they're gonna see that they have a really nice Shea Show family over here. This is on YouTube. So yeah, who you want to be here, Shea? Who I want to be here? Wait a minute, I met some good people. Blah, 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 blah. I met some good people. Valerie Moore. Hey Valerie, once again, I didn't see you. You must have been hiding. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read these comments. Hey Irene, how are you? I'm trying to read these comments. I'm talking and I'm missing out on a good part of whatever somebody was asking me, and I'm not doing it intentional. I was just like, I know I look crazy doing this, but I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nothing. I don't know, Barbara. I don't think y'all confused. Anybody who part of what we're doing, they know who you are. Everybody know who Barbara Sturgeon is. And everybody know who Barbara Alexander is. I mean, they're not getting you mixed up. They're not. No, they're not. Because they know Barbara Alexander likes to talk about sex. No matter which way it is, how you do it, when you do it, how many people you do it with, and flipping and somersaulting and yeah. And you don't. Everybody knows the difference between y'all. I know you don't. I know you don't like talking about that type of shit. Barbara, I know. Barbara Sturgeon, I know you don't like talking about that type of shit. I know. I know. Yep, see, it's expensive to buy and restore a house up there since the pandemic. Houses are still pretty cheap, believe it or not. People are still buying houses. But what they're doing, they're buying them and they're just sitting on them. They're not even fucking rehabbing them. They're not rehabbing. I talked to two investors already. They got 20 houses they hadn't done shit to. Nothing. They're just sitting and just buying and just buying and sitting. Well, those people like that got money. They can do that. And that's what a lot of these investors are doing now. They're buying these fucking houses and sitting on them because the market is changing. Property value is going up. And so what they're doing, I think their strategy is to sit and hold, maybe a year or 2 years, and turn around when that particular area commands like $100,000, where they might have bought it for $19,000, $20,000, and they're just holding on. They're not doing nothing. They're not spending no money on it. They just the taxes. They're just making certain taxes is fucking paid. And that's it. And they just sit there and just hold them. And they just like they're here. It's a lot of work here, but until these investors say, I want to work on my shit, there's a standstill on a lot of shit. I got 4 or 5 on hold that I can't fucking do because they said, no, I don't want to do it just yet. Okay, I got no problem with that. I'm still got things I got to do. That this helped me catch up on my other part, on the paperwork part, the financial part of things. Now I can really focus on that instead of worry about chasing contractors around and see who doing what and who ain't doing what. You know, I know you guys like seeing that shit, and I like seeing it too. I enjoy it for you, but this is where we are with it right now. So just the fact that you guys are still watching, I really appreciate that. You're still watching, even if I post a fucking video over there. I don't care if I'm walking to the damn gas station. So you still come in and show me love, especially in my ride videos. You know, I might talk about certain areas where I've been and where I grew up at. Just like, you know, some history shit too. So it's more to Shea than just real estate. I really miss Shelly Belly. Yeah, Shelly Belly, she passed away. Was that? It's been 2 years now. She been going. I think Shelly passed away 2 years ago now. And another Shea Show fan, forgot her name, died a few days ago because Ron posted it. 1 year, okay. Is the Motown Museum open? I've been seeing buses over there. Yeah, I think they are. Hello, sweet June. How are you? Did you say one of your favorite YouTube channels? Miss Woods, I will be going to Puerto Rico next month to write and invest in my people in bed. Really? I hope that worked out for you. I was talking about, I told Daryl today, I said, you know, the property where my brother stays at in Slidell, I said, all those properties should be able to go cheap, dirt cheap. They should be able, because that's a flood area. That's a, whenever they have a fucking big rain or a tornado or something, they shit get hit hard back there. It'll only took one fucking time for me, and I would have found a way out of there. You know what? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, you can be in the fucking backyard. You can be in the fucking backyard, and a fucking gator can crawl through the fucking fence and just fucking be in your yard just like that. Or you walking a few feet and shit, or some snake going right past you and shit like, hey, what's up? Like, what? Oh, how can you live like this? That was too much for me. I mean, I love visiting down there. I do. It's just like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Gazoo's house is really nice. I got a lot of nice videos over there. We rented the place out. She's doing she's doing well right now. She's paying her rent, no issues, no problems. She loves the house, and I love that she pays her rent. Yeah, Deborah Davenport passed away, but that was Rusty. When Deborah died, you sure she died from the virus? Because Deborah Davenport passed away, I think it was like 3 years ago. So it couldn't have been the virus. Francis, am I right? That Deborah Davenport passed away about 3 years ago. She passed away before the virus came. No, no, Erica. Wait a minute. Deborah died last year? I thought it was a couple of years, 2 years. It was 2 years? That was before the virus then, right? Because she was sick. I knew she was sick. Yes, no, what the fuck? It was before the virus, right? What's this yep or no shit? Okay, yes. Oh, Judy. Yeah, Judy passed away. Yes, that was she is recent. Yeah, but Deborah died before the virus. I know that. She died during the virus. I don't think she died. I don't think she died from that. I can't remember, but I mean, everybody remembered Deborah. I mean, she's in a wheelchair. She's in New York, and she wanted to get up here so bad. I talked to her on the phone several times. She said, "Shea, I really, really want to get there so bad to meet you." She said, "But I'm in this wheelchair. Kind of I've been sick." I said, "Well, you never know. You never know." I said, "But I don't mind talking to you. And I always talk to Deborah. And then when I found out she passed, like, oh, because I talked to her. Breathing and heart issues. Yes, she was sick like that. That's it. Yep, yep. Let me see. Y'all talk every day? I know. Yeah, I know y'all talk. Yes, I believe that, Barbara, surgeon. I do. Yep, I do. Hmm. Mouth was so dry. One of her daughters posted Facebook. I thought around the start of the pandemic. I don't know. Sure, why not? I know you miss her. Deborah, Deborah was like you. She was hardcore Shea Show fan. She was hardcore. I don't know who watched more, her or you. Yeah, but Deborah's hardcore. Hey, Rich, what's up? I think I got it covered. I got tested tomorrow. I cough and stuffy nose and bullshit. I had both shots. I hope and pray that you don't have it either, Rich. Um, as we both know, like they told us, just because we got the shot, don't mean that we still can't get it. It's supposed to be really not as bad or severe as if you didn't get the shot. So praying for you and thinking I know you're gonna be all right. See, see Deborah Davenport, I know she's looking down on us. See, we still talking about you. You are still part of the Shea Show family. Way up there. Yep. I was scared too. Shit. You talking about you were scared when I got sick. The Johnson is really working me over. Oh my God. When that first came out, they said, well, you can take the Johnson be like a one shot deal. And I don't know. Me personally, I didn't really consider Johnson, maybe because I shouldn't have been looking at it that way, but sometimes people look at it a certain way. They was like being sued for millions and millions and millions of dollars over for some fucking baby powder. Baby powder. Because whatever I guess what was in the baby powder that cost something. And to me, at the time, I figured like, God damn, if they got that shit wrong with fucking baby powder, no, we talking about putting a foreign substance in your fucking body, you know. And so that's why I made the decision not to go with Johnson and Johnson because of maybe that's the wrong way of thinking about it, but that's how I thought about it. I got the Pfizer, so Pfizer always had a good name. Always had a good name. All the way up to fucking Viagra. Pfizer has a good name. So ovarian cancer. Thank you, Lynette. Ovarian cancer. That shit causes ovarian cancer. Um, yeah. And I figure like if they can't get it right with the fucking powder and shit, like I don't know. I don't know. I say I'd rather take my chance on two shots than one. And what's scary about the Johnson Johnson for the people who took it is when you watch the news and they say most shit about the Johnson Johnson and whoever took it, you're gonna have to do this now and you're gonna do it. It's always gonna be some extra that you're gonna have to boost yourself up with because you took the Johnson Johnson. I mean that's the way they come across. That's the way they're saying it on the news. You know, and I watched that shit. So I wonder the people who actually took it when they see this shit, like, do they get worried? Like, damn, because you're learning so much new shit about the stuff that's in your body that you can't pull it out. There's nothing you can do, but you can. All you have to do is just keep watching the news and say, what else I'm gonna need with this shit? It's a process. And I'm doing fine. Miss Perfectly Imperfect. Miss Perfectly Imperfect. I like that. Yeah, see? Well, Barbara, I'm gonna tell you this, and I talked about this last night about the unvaccinated people versus us. I get it, but like I said last night, I'm not trying to judge anybody. This is what I'm not going to do. I know they want people. The fuck? That's right here and shit. They want people to go out there and and bother somebody. I mean, just like, come on, man, you gotta take this fucking shit. You gotta take this shit. I figure like you shouldn't have to pester nobody to do nothing. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't have to always be in somebody's face to say what you need to do, because that would irritate the shit out of me. I don't need nobody in my face telling me what I need to do. I mean, that's the way I look at this. And you're right. Maybe a lot of unvaccinated people are causing more problems. Maybe the shit is actually working, and it causes more problems. You're right. I get it. But if a person is determined not to put something in their body, a foreign substance that in their mind they know nothing to fucking about other than hearing about through Facebook and all the armchair psychiatrists. If that's who the fuck they want to listen to, that you're never gonna change that person's mind. Never. Never. No matter what. Unless his job might be affected by it. You're not gonna change that person's mind if that's what their belief is. So I believe that you don't have to always go after somebody to do that shit. Like, yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Like the Jehovah Witness. Now, my brother's a Jehovah Witness. That sweet June. She's a Jehovah Witness. And beautiful fucking people. Beautiful people. And I remember when Daryl first got into it, I mean, we was raised like in a Baptist church, growing up, and we didn't see nothing else but kind of like that, or or I went to a sanctified church. So a Jehovah Witness is a little bit different than because Jehovah Witnesses hall is not a church. That's one thing I learned. It's not a church. June, correct me if I'm wrong. It's not a church. It's like it's a hall, and they study. And so me and Daryl talking about it one day, and I said, I'm being funny now. I told Daryl, he said, you know what, you need to come to the hall with me sometime. I'm telling you, you'll like it. You really like it. I said, they got a choir. He looked at me and said, a choir? He said, no, it's not a black church. I said, huh? No choir? I know, no, they don't do that. I said, so nobody sings at all? He said, no, we just read and we study. Everybody gets a chance to talk. Marvita might get up and and she'll read some scripture, blah blah blah, and then she do her thing, and Brother Pookie, he'll get up the Kingdom Hall, yeah, and he'll get up and he'll do his thing. I said, okay, that's cool, that's cool. And Daryl tried so hard. I'm going somewhere with this. Daryl tried so hard to make me see what he's called was a light. Like, you really need to do this, brother. You really need to do this. I mean, he stayed on me. He stayed on me. Oh my God, he stayed on me, bringing me watchtowers and stuff. I mean, everything. He just stayed on me. And I wasn't breaking. I wasn't breaking, not because I didn't want to dismiss what he was doing and what he was about and what his new religion was. I was proud of him. That's good. That's good for you. But my point is, you can't force me into something that I don't want. I don't want that. That's not what I do. I mean, I'm a Baptist. And so, I mean, just respect the fact that I'm a Baptist, and I'm not going to knock what your teachings or whatever you're learning. Well, I'm glad you're learning something, because we all nowadays we all need to find some type of religion. We do, because the world is going fucking crazy. I mean, be a Buddhist monk or something, and you can't knock me for what it is I want to do and what I want to cling on. If this is what I believe over here, and you believe that here, and we're kind of like reading like the same Bible. We read like the same Bible. I'm figuring like, okay, well, let me do my thing here, and you do your thing there, because we on the same path. We on the same path. So I don't have to come there, and you don't have to come over here, because you're comfortable there, and I'm comfortable here. And that's how I had to break it down. So at some point, he just quit messing with me, because he just knew that I wasn't going to do it. I mean, just like he was, stern in what he believed in, I was stern in what I believed in too. And when you got two people that's stern about the same shit, it's a draw. So let me see. I know, Sweet June. I know you can't force people, but maybe Daryl didn't get the memo, because Daryl tried his best. Oh my God. I mean, oh my God. I mean, Daryl's like a different person. When he got into the faith, I don't know what happened to him, because that's my brother. So I mean, why wouldn't I know my brother and how my brother reacts and how he talks? Who would know better about my brother than myself? And I seen the change in him. Like, it's like night and day. It's like, if you don't do this, I mean, you're gonna be doomed for like ever and ever. Amen. Just like, and I don't like to feel that way. I don't like to feel pressured like that. I really don't, because I love people. I would never disrespect people. Pam was a really big person in the church. Really was. Pam was really big into the church. You guys know that already. But let me tell you what, there's nothing against my family ain't down either. I mean, this got nothing to do with anybody, like anybody in their religion. I'm just saying, Pam was really good with that. Like me, as other people, when I know what the purpose of Jehovah's Witness, going knocking on the doors, spread the good word, and just and that's because that's what it was in the Bible back in those days. To go out and talk to people, and bring them into the fold. It's all in the Bible. So I got no problem with that. And so when Daryl night here, I heard somebody knocking on the door. It's early. I said, "Who could that be?" I'll get out of the bed, and I'm going, and it's Daryl. It's Daryl and I would think Daryl Marfita, and I guess another brother and sister. You guys, another brother and sister. I'm like, cracked the door, said, "What's up, man?" He said, man, when I come in and tell you about the good word, I said, sleep, bro. Sleep. That's the word. I was asleep right now, man. I mean, I ain't got no clothes on, man. It was so funny. Tell me the word later, man, and I'll be up about 12. You right? Well, Sweet June can probably address that better than I can, but let me tell you how I did that with Daryl. I know Daryl was fresh into it, and I heard about the 144,000 to be saved or something, right? And I wasn't trying to be funny, but I was just trying to really test Daryl to see how much she really knew. Because Sweet June can tell you, she can. I know she can break it down. At the time, Daryl couldn't break it down. He had to go back to somebody to find out what it was. I said, well, listen. I said, is it true? I don't know nothing about this, but I'm just telling what I heard. So maybe he can correct me. I said, is it true? They said only 144,000 witnesses were going to come into the kingdom of God. Only, he said, yeah. He said, that's true. He's like, he's smiling because he figured he got me talking now, right? I said, well, I got a question. I said, if it's 144, I said, this is mathematics right now. I said, if it's 144,000, which is only going to go to get saved, I said, how many witnesses over the generations died? Will you say millions? Yeah, probably. I said, and still going. I said, so what makes you think you're going to be one of the 144,000? Are you the chosen one? I just fuck with. Are you the chosen one? He's just like, he didn't know. He didn't. He was baffled when I said it. He said, oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna get back with you on that. I said, no, talk to me now, bro. Talk to me now. I put him on a hot seat. I wanted him to explain. I knew my way was being funny, but I want him to really. If you're going to get into something, then you're supposed to know what it is you're talking about before you can go out and spread anything. Now I know Sweet June can, and at the time Daryl couldn't. Daryl can now because Daryl can now, but at the time when you get to anything, if you figure you're going to tell somebody something or preach something to somebody, you think you're supposed to have the answer as somebody who's kind of lost and don't know what's going on. I want to know, can you explain this? I'm interested. I mean, I want to know. So okay, see, I see Sweet June. I knew she would know. I know she would know. Yeah, see, it doesn't matter to me, Barbara, one way or the other about anybody's religion. I mean, everybody have to do what's best for him or for her. All I say is respect what it is I want to do, and I respect what it is you want to do. I'm not going to push you into anything, and I don't want you to push me to nothing. If that's what I feel like we want to do, then let me do it on my own. I hear you. I got the invitation. I got the memo. I know. I'm just saying. So I tell you, when the Jehovah Witness used to come to our door, Pam be sitting out there reading her Bible already sometimes. And somebody walked up the steps and she said, somebody want to come up the steps? Yep. And I looked out and said, oh, I said, it's the Jehovah Witness. She said, oh, open the door. I said, open the door. She said, yeah, she said, hold on. So Pam goes to the door, her Bible, with her Bible, big Bible. Open the door and say, hey, how you doing? Yes, God something. Hey, bless you. Said, yeah, you too. So yeah, well, Pam say, So what you guys want to talk about today? What scripture? they they're waiting to say something. Pam waiting for him to say something because she's like she had a Bible like on ready. Who? Matthew what? It was so funny. It was so funny. And by the Pam was trying to challenge them on this verse versus that verse. Well, how do you interpret this verse versus how I interpret this verse? And it was so funny to sit there and watch that. I mean, I was just watching amazing because I'm learning something from both sides, and they both kicking that Bible now. They both know what they're talking about, you know. But then at some point they said, "Well, we got to go now." And Pam said, "Why?" She said, "I want to hear some more of the words. I'm here. Oh, we got to keep going and you know schedule." So I don't know. I think they put a sign. I think they put. I'm not certain. I think they put a warning on our house or something because they never, they come down the street. They would always pass our house. They would never stop. Never. I said, we on the hit list. Hey, Larry, what's going on? Larry Crawford, Yallo. I hope I'm saying that right. Yallo, Yally, Yallo. Ooh. And those that earth and ones are left behind. Yes. Talking with Tiny. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I didn't mean for this to turn into no gigantic Bible study. I don't even know how we got here. I believe in laying on. There you go. You know what? That video, here's the thing. I told Tim not to buy that house. I begged and pleaded for him. It's a really, really nice house. But it's just in a real bad part of everything. On a fucking dead end street with weeds and tumbleweeds, just like empty fields. I said, don't buy this house, man. Don't buy this house. He said, why, Shea? It's only $3,500. I said, I don't give a shit. It was $1, man. Don't buy this house. But it's a nice house, Shea. You did the video over there. I said, yeah. He said, you also said in the video, it's a nice house. I said, yeah, it's more to that. I said, if a nice house, if you dig it up and put it somewhere else, watch the video again. I said, if you dig it up and put it somewhere else, yeah, it's a really fucking nice house. I said, but just don't buy it. Be done with it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Little time. They couldn't sell that house. That house been on the fucking market for over a fucking year. For over a fucking year. So I'm not thinking nobody's gonna even fuck with it. But that was it. I thought I talked him out of it. He called me back 2 weeks later. Shea, guess what? I said, what? He said, I bought the house. I said, you bought what house? The house you told me not to buy. I said, well, why did you buy it? If I told you not to buy it, why did you buy it? Well, Shea, I tell you, it went down to $2,500. So that was a real good deal. You're a businessman, you know that. I knew from that moment, before I did anything in that fucking house, I knew that moment there's going to be some videos coming out of this fucking house. At some point, some Shea Show classic shit gonna come out of this house. And that's before he even signed all the paperwork. I just knew. We said it was his. I knew we was fucked. I knew we was fucked. So I'm in here trying to clean it out and do whatever I need to do with it. Trying to do whatever I need to do with it off the bat. And so he ran out of money or some old crazy. Something happened. He said, "Well, I gotta hold on because something came up here and something came up there." All right, I'm gonna board the motherfucker up. I got videos in there. We boarded up, and just fucking left it. Well, I want to say 8, 9 months went by. I was out of town. He called me and he said, "Well, I think I want to start doing something to the house, but I'll let you know." I said, "Okay, just let me know." And I was on 8 Mile. And I said, "You know what? I'm over near the house, which is off of John R." And so I drive down 8 Mile. I said, "Let me ride by there." I rode by there and the boards were down, curtains was up, everything. You see movement in the fucking house. I said, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh my God, I fucking knew it. Oh my God, I knew this shit was gonna happen. I go up, knocks on the fucking door. "Who is it?" Y'all heard me say this on other houses. I said, "The owner." Here we go again. "The owner." "Oh, really? You own?" "Yeah, I own this house. What are you doing?" "I had it boarded up. Now y'all got curtains and shit up. And it was, y'all need to leave out of here, man. Y'all really do." He said, "No, we ain't gonna. This is our place. Blah blah. Let me call my uncle. My uncle stayed down the street, and he rented this place to it. Blah blah blah." Uncle supposedly was in a motorcycle gang, and they took my number and called him. He called me back. And what's going on? I said, "My house, man. You got your people in my house." I said, "We do acknowledge this is my house, right?" I put on speakerphone so who he can hear it. "Yeah, I know it's your house." I said, "Well, why are they in here then, brother? You tell them to leave?" He said, "Listen, man, y'all left. Nobody came back over here and checked on this house almost a year. So I figured y'all was gone. So that gave you the right to do this? Are you shitting me?" He was like all belligerent and shit. I said, "You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it, man. I'm just gonna fucking call the police. Fuck this. I don't even going through this shit no more. Do what you gotta fucking do." I call the police. The police come. I explained the fucking situation to the police. Well, at the time, the police nor myself knew they was growing marijuana in the basement. We didn't fucking know that. I just had squads in the fucking house. That's all the fuck I knew. They must have knew something they didn't want no heat. So they talked to the police. And I just said, police said, "Yeah, if y'all don't supposed to be here," he showed paperwork, "y'all need to leave now." Now. And they brought out a dirty ass fucking mattress. Let me see. It was 2 mattresses they drug out and the chair and 2 chairs. There's 3 motherfuckers up in there. 3 or 4. Which didn't look right at that point, right? And so they walked off. They walked off. Wait, I got a video. Watch the video. They were sitting way back in the field towards the corner. And so we go in the house. Police left. So we go in the house. I walked around and said, "Damn, they fucked this motherfucker up." And I said, and I heard some machines and shit. I heard something like machine. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I walked in the kitchen towards the back, towards the basement. Well, the basement door had a fucking padlock on it. And I heard like machines and shit in the basement. And I said, Was it Dave? I forgot who it was. I told somebody to go out and get a crowbar, and I popped the lock off, and my nephew was with me, and we walked down in the basement. As soon as I opened up the door, that fucking smell of marijuana just fucking hit me. We both said, "Damn, they growing marijuana down in this motherfucker." So when we got down in the basement, they had one part of the basement roped up. I mean, like plastic or something, right? Around this one part of the basement, and but through the plastic, you'll see these bright ass fucking lights. And so I pulled the plastic back, and they had all these big ass grow lights, and they had fucking pots of marijuana. I said, hell no. It's a video. I said, hell no, this fucking can't fucking be happening. This fucking can't be happening. And I realized we was on a dead end street. They must realize too, we was in there long enough to know that we seen the fucking marijuana. So we like on a dead end street. So we worried at the point if they're gonna come back down here because the police is gone, they sit down there in the fucking corner strategizing and shit, doing that Pookie thinking and shit. When the motherfucker do Pookie thinking, you can be fucking in trouble. When the motherfucker do Pookie thinking, you can be in trouble. And so I said, fuck that shit. My nephew said, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna call the police and have them come back here. That's how I take it off this one way. My nephew said, hold on. So this shit down there. We need to take some of this shit out of here. I said, no. You see the motherfuckers on the corner down there. This is a dead end street. And they watch it. They're going to see it walking out with their shit. No. I'm calling the fucking police. So I called the police. And the police came back and watched the video because I was still recording. When the police hit the fucking corner, those guys that was down there, they scattered. Watch the video. They scattered. And the police came back and said, what's going on now? I said, man, they growing marijuana down here, man. He said, what? I said, yeah, man, come on down there. You see. But watch the video. I got a video where I was like walking behind him and shit. As soon as he hit the first stair, what the cop said, he said, damn, they growing the good shit. The cop said, damn, they growing the good shit. I said, hell no. This is not fucking happening. This is not fucking happening. And so they went down there and they pulled the fucking curtain back and they looked and said, hell yeah. I'm thinking they're going ahead and put their shit in their fucking car. I mean, and I said, yeah, man. He said, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to destroy this. I said, you going to destroy it or you going to take it or you going to put it in the back of your trunk and take it somewhere to destroy it? He looked at me. He said, we're going to destroy it, sir. I said, in your car, in the trunk? I said, I'm just saying, I've seen police officers put evidence in their trunk before. You are the police. Who's going to stop you because you're carrying marijuana? Who's going to fucking stop you? You fucking Johnny Law. You can sell drugs legally. You can carry drugs legally and go home. Take that shit home and get back in your car and go about your business. But they brought the pots out. And what he did, I'm like, he poured around from the stalk, right? There's a garbage can sitting there. He's doing this, knocking all the dirt. He's knocking all the dirt. I said, this motherfucker about to keep this shit. Maybe my nephew is right. You know, that's what I'm thinking he's doing. Like, he grabs another stop and started doing this shit. Knocking it off. I'm sitting here like, oh my God. I could do the same motherfucking thing too. Ooh, what's wrong with you, Shea? What the fuck you smoke? What's up with that? And so when he did that, he opened up the garbage can. And I'm like, damn, is he on the up and up? He opened the garbage can. He started breaking them up. He started breaking them up and throwing them in the dumpster. He started breaking all that shit, throwing it in the dumpster. I said, oh, hell no. I could have had that shit. I said, they had the lights. I said, you throwing that away, I get it. I've seen it. I said, can I have the lights? He said, no. That's evidence. You just destroyed the evidence. What are you talking about? You got lights. What you mean evidence? I couldn't believe you told me that shit. Like this is evidence. You just destroyed the fucking evidence. What? What you? What you gonna tell somebody about these lights? You ain't gonna tell nobody nothing about them damn lights. You gonna take them home. You probably growing some shit. But I didn't say nothing past that point. He put them. He tore out the They tore the marijuana up, but they put a light in the trunk. Maybe they growing some shit. Maybe they said we need these the kind of lights we need. He took them. That's what happened. So yeah. Now where's my moderators? I didn't see my moderators lately. Where's Big? I know. I know. When I get ready to get off here, Big John gonna come right then when I get ready to come out here. And Ron is probably working, not at work, but probably tired. So I think none. I think that so Shea, you've been live for 2 hours. I know it. Well, not really. It's an hour and 42 minutes. I remember when those videos were uploaded. Yeah. And I said from the beginning, somebody said, She's gonna be here for 2 hours. You watch. I said, and what I said from the beginning, I said, oh no, probably not. I mean, I'm gonna be watching the fucking clock. So obviously, I haven't been watching the clock. It's been like an hour and 43 minutes. So I guess I ain't been. I guess I really ain't been watching. Nearly two. You show sliding. It doesn't matter how long. It's whatever it is. Damn, Barbara, she said he's socializing. Doesn't matter how long. It's whatever it is. Go ahead, girl. Barbara ain't playing. That's Barbara Surgeon. She ain't playing. She's gonna tell you what's up though. It's better when it comes to me. I'm just saying. Shea, you should have taken the trash can. Let me see what how do I see those videos? On YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You must be new if you don't know about those videos. You gotta be new to say that. And if you are new, Mr. Chewy 9595, if you are new, welcome to the Shea Show family. And what we do, see, this is my second channel. My second channel, I come over here and I just bullshit. I just talk about whatever comes to my mind. You know, it might be things I went through the course of the day. I mean, just anything. It's like my relaxing channel. But my other channel, the Shea Show, on YouTube also, I'm doing like real estate, rehabs, evictions, property management, just daily shit. So that's the Shea Show channel. So if you're new, go check it out. You see what I'm all about. And maybe you somebody who just haven't been browsing YouTube right now, just happen to pop into this live. And so if you did, welcome. No, just never knew about them. Oh, okay. Got you. Kind of knew, you guess. But Rusty, those lights are expensive. Really, really expensive. They are. That's why they wanted them, you know. But when they pulled off, when they pulled off, I opened up that fucking garbage can. I was trying to see if I can salvage some of that shit, like take some duct, all-purpose duct tape. I was trying to see if I can tape the motherfuckers back up and put them back in the fucking dirt. 2017. Yeah, you are. That's a while, but still kind of new because I've been around since 2008, 2009. So I've been around for a while. I am crazy. I am. I keep trying to tell y'all that shit. Y'all don't believe me. I ain't gonna hold you up. Crazier than damn Betsy Bug. You've been watching for at least 10 years? Illinois, let me get this right. Illinois Saint Thunder. That's actually right. Illinois Ant Thunder. No. A Thunder. Well, you know who you are. I'm trying to pronounce it. So let me see. You can't stand there and get high. JR. Okay, now, okay, JR, and I know who you are, just like I know who Valerie Moore is. See, so now I can associate when I see Illinois St. John Thunder to the second power, I know it's JR. Okay. Sweet June been rocking with me for 9 years. I got people who go all the way back from the beginning, from 2008. And Sean from Ohio is one of the persons that just comes to mind. He still watches me right now to this day from 2008 when he was in college. When he was in college, watching me and taking some real estate courses in college. And he stumbled across me and we started talking. He's like, damn, Shea. He said, they don't teach this part in school. I mean, you really show this gritty side of real estate game. You show another side they're not showing it us here in school. So I was just saying this. John has been following me from that time. Now he's married. He got married. He got 2 boys. He got 2 girls. So he's been following me for a long time. I kind of like watching him grow up. Yeah, you've been around since 08, 09? Yes. I know, just I appreciate people who've been around watching me for a long while. I came on a year before Lori came. Oh, yes. Yeah, so let me see. Lori been gone for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years now. So yeah, that means you've been with me for 5, 6 years. You say you're different. I am different. Melanie, I am different. You don't think I'm different? Or maybe I missed something. You say you're different. Melanie, am I not different? You got to admit I'm different. You of all people got to admit that I'm different. I'm gonna tell you how different in a minute. I'm gonna tell you how different in a minute. As soon as you start talking again, I don't know, nobody seems to be talking. I don't know, maybe thing is stuck. Blah 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 blah. I don't know, because Melanie didn't say nothing yet, and she know I'm talking about her. Let me see. I'm just gonna wait because this thing is like moving slow. There you go. There you go. Francis, I know you know I'm different. I talk to you on the phone. You know I'm different, and we always you tell me all the time personally that I'm different. I know I'm different. I just start it watching, but I watched all the videos. Okay. Oh yeah, like Shane, one of the realest on YouTube. That's what jumped out to me. That's true. I am real. The Ghetto Queen video got me hooked. The Ghetto Queen. Oh my God. See, those are good videos. I know y'all love those videos, but I went through fucking hell with them people. I went through hell with them to get them girls out that damn house. They was like, man. And guess where they were from? They license plate said Virginia. They from Virginia. Well, I know I'm a good different. I am different. I'm gonna tell you how different Melanese, because Melanese, you don't strike me as a person because you know I met you. You don't strike me as a person who would just get in the car and go visit somebody that you met on YouTube for a birthday party. And that's what you did because you figured I was so different. You know what? I want to meet that guy. and I didn't let you down. I didn't let nobody down. When people came here, they seen I was the same way, the same way, the same way. I'm consistent. I don't change. Come on. Strangers in the ooh, strangers in You know, when I'm looking for certain things, it just don't fucking be there. Oh my God. I do have a little wisdom. I do. I really do. Hey, look, that's me and Melanie's at my 2019 Shea Show birthday bash at our 70s party. So if anybody know what Melanie's look like, that Melanie's right there, that's who that was. The one right there. We had a good time. We really did. So hopefully we can do this again in 2022. Hopefully we can do this in 2022. Because our plan was to we was going to charter a bus and go to Cedar Point. So the only difference is this time, instead of us taking the money and making reservations and all that type of shit, we just tell you where the hotel is and you make your own reservations. You set all that, you do all that on your end. We'll just make certain you get around. Like when we rent a van so we can all get around. So we do that part. You just do that part. We're gonna meet here. We're gonna meet here, and we're gonna meet here like Friday or whatever. Do another meet and greet. Go to a buffet again, like we did last time, and then we'll leave out early in the morning, like 4 o'clock Saturday morning, 5 o'clock Saturday morning, to go to Sandusky, Ohio, which is another 3 hours. I think it's 3 hours away from Detroit, Sandusky, Ohio. 3 or 4 hours. I think it was 3 hours. Yes, Melanies, I had to show that. I just want to let everybody know that we are a Shea Show family. And a lot of these people don't know what I'm talking about when I show pictures like that. I mean, I didn't know you. You didn't know me other than being on YouTube. That was my first time actually meeting Melanies. Everybody who came here, that was my first time meeting everybody who came here. My first time meeting everybody. Well, not Joy, because I met Joy at West. Was it West Point? No, I met Joy at Famous Dave's. I was doing a Periscope one night, and in the Periscope, I was saying that we're going to go out and get something to eat. And I was saying that as a joke because I didn't know how many people was going to really want to be there or show up. I said, we're going to, listen, we're going to go to Famous Days. I'll be there at 8 o'clock. So anybody here interested in wanting to meet me at Famous Days, we can, we can meet up and we can have dinner. Out of the fucking blue. I'm spontaneous like that. And so I forgot who it was. It ended up being like, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 of us. That came, and Pookie Mike and his wife came down from Sterling Heights, Michigan. I knew Pookie Mike was somebody who followed me, but I didn't know who Pookie Mike was. I'd never seen Pookie Mike. And so we all sitting at the table talking to each other, like, hey, who, blah, blah, blah. And this white couple comes up and just stand there, just like, and I'm like, I wonder, are we in their seats or something? They just like stand there staring. I said, hey, how you doing? Me on me. I said, hey, how you doing? He said, I'm Pookie Mike. I said, oh, hell no. He said, this is my wife. He said, well, we're watching on the Periscope. You said, come down for dinner. So we said, hey, let's go have dinner with Shea. They said, we jumped in the car. We came all the way down from Sterling Heights to have dinner with Shea because you invited everybody. I said, oh, man. I said, cool. And I told the waitress, I said, hey, we need a bigger table. I got some more folks here. They was running a little late. We need a bigger table. And we had a good time. And Joy, when I was sitting there waiting on our seats, I was sitting here, everybody was kind of like milling around and shit. So Joy came in. I didn't know who the hell Joy was. And she said, hey, Shea, how you doing? I said, who you know me? She said, I follow you on Periscope. I'm Joy. I said, oh, okay. And this is my husband. This is my husband, Chris. I said, hey, how you doing? So y'all come down here too? He said, well, I see you come down here for dinner. I just told Chris, let's go down there and get something. Maybe we can run the show and meet Shea. And so that's how I met Joy, how she came to be. So it's funny how I meet everybody. 2 hours away? Okay, 2 hours. Okay, there's 2 hours away. I thought it was 3 hours for some reason. But anyway, 2 hours away. Hey, Reed, what's going on? Who paid for dinner? I did. Remember, I invited people to come to dinner. I did. If I invite you, then if I invite you, I'm gonna pay. So yeah, I paid for it. It's like because the waitress said, she said, is it all separate bills? I said, put it on one bill. I just told put it on one bill. I invited people to fucking dinner and they came. It's just dinner. I mean, it was okay. I mean, that's what people do sometimes. If you got the means to do it, I mean, do it. Because I'm figuring like somebody invite me somewhere and they say, and I don't have to pay for that. They invite me somewhere. I mean, I'm grateful. It's I think people maybe should get an understanding like, okay, you invite us, so do we have to pay? Do we pay for our own shit? I just made it easy by just say, I got this. I invited everybody to fucking dinner. No matter who fucking showed up. It's just like I invite. I was prepared. I prepared if I had to. I was prepared. I figure if I didn't have the cash, I do have a credit card. So we gonna eat. We're gonna have a good time. And the second time we went back to second time we went back there, Ron from Pittsburgh, who's not here right now, by the way. Ron came down. So it was me, Ron, Pookie Mike again, his wife, this other young lady, Stephanie. I ain't seen her in years now. She don't follow me no more. I mean, I hope she's okay. But she was following me at the time, and she seen me do the little invite thing again. She said, and she reached out to me and said, well, I want to go to dinner with you guys too. She said, I'm in Detroit. I said, okay. I said, what's your address? She told me where she was. I said, oh, that ain't the park. So we went over there. I went over there and Ashley picked her up. Was it Roberto? We went over there and we picked her up. And we went, and it was Roberto too. And we went back to the restaurant and we met up. And so it was so funny because it's a real place. I mean, they serve a lot of shit, but mostly they're known for their fucking they were known for the fucking ribs. Famous Dave's is known for their fucking ribs. They are. Those St. Louis style ribs. Ooh. And so we sitting there, and so Everybody ordered their shit, for the most part, we got ribs and shit. So nice meaty ribs and shit. So we sitting at the table, we just talking and stuff, you know. And I said, hey, hey, listen, I said, we gotta let's bow our heads, and let's, I told me, let's bow our heads and pray, just like, be thankful for the food, just it's gonna take a minute. That's what I do. They said, oh, no problem. We put our head down, you know, and, and just like it was like quiet and stuff, like, okay, everybody say their own prayer in their own head, as long as you say something, you know. And so we're sitting there, and I'm sitting here just, I'm a carnivore. There's sauce all over my fingers and hands and shit, and Pookie, man, even the white guy got fucking sauce all over his fucking hands. I mean, the white guy. And I hear something. What the fuck? I hear. I'm still trying to eat. The fuck? And out of my peripheral, you don't want to be rude and just stare at somebody like, what the fuck? You got peripheral and shit, like a lizard and shit. You like do a side eye. I'm looking, right? And there go Ron, knife and a fork. I had to say something. I wasn't gonna say shit, but I gotta say something. This is a brother eating barbecue. He got a knife and a fork. Even the white guy shit got over it. Even the white guy got shit all over his hands. And I started fucking with him. I said, how's the rib, man? He said, oh. When he said delicious, I almost fucking lost. He said, delicious. Hell no, this motherfucker didn't say delicious. Oh my God, this is one of them proper brothers. And he said, everything okay? How's yours? I said, fine. Look at my fucking hands. Good shit. And I started fucking with him. I said, it's kind of, you usually see a brother eating ribs, and so, just, fork and knife and shit, it's white guy at the table. So I got, Morse code. So, like, that, I'm saying. I mean, are you really enjoying your rib? He said, oh, it's really good. It's delicious. He said delicious again. I said, no, he didn't. No, he didn't say delicious twice. I said, well, how can you enjoy it? I said, I mean, you just like you cutting perfect squares and shit like it's finger food. It's a real grab that motherfucker, man. Just do something to it. Do something nasty to that damn rib. That's what ribs do. Ribs say, I dare you. Watching off and on since Sing Snap before real estate. John goes way back. See, for John to say what he said right there, I'm glad the thing paused. For John to say what he said, John said, watching off and on since Sing Snap. That was before YouTube. I was kind of known on the karaoke site, Sing Snap. I did the Shea Show actually came from Sing Snap. That's where the Shea Show actually started from, because I would be over there singing, and I would like introduce the song like I was like a DJ. I said, hey, I'm Shea from the Shea Show, and our special guest today is Pookie, whatever, Al Green, whatever fuck. And then I'll hit it, and I just started singing Al Green, and have my dark glasses on. I got like the lights turned a certain way and shit. You can see me like looking off into the light and shit. It was like a fucking show, the Shea Show. And so that's what I was doing at Sing Snap since, good night, Francis, since 2006. I came on Sing Snap in 2006. And when YouTube came along, by the time I got on YouTube, because YouTube was came out in 2005, but I wasn't doing nothing on YouTube when it came out. But I was doing a big thing on SingSnap. But as time went by, I ended up I didn't get really introduced to um, YouTube until 2008. Until 2008 is when I came on YouTube. But yeah, I've been on the internet for years, way before real estate. No, I'm not gonna say nothing. I got a real talk where I actually did like 2 or 3 songs. I forgot which one it is. You had to go back to it. I seen a Chinese man eating hot dog in Tiger Stadium with chopsticks. Really? Wow. Okay. So no, not gonna sing. I need to taste your peach cobbler. My peach cobbler is off the hook. I had to make something, freeze it up, and send it to you or something. 'Cause I know you're gonna send me a CD, a DVD. I'm sorry, a DVD, and I'll package some peach cobbler up and send it to you overnight or something. You'll like it, especially when you warm it back up. Well, listen, I'm going to say this. Y'all know what I'm about to say because I've been challenged earlier today. Shea said he only going to be here for a couple minutes. Why? He's going to be 2 hours. Why? He's going to be 2 hours. I tried to prove you wrong. I've been on for 2 hours, and I got to get up. I got to go get my hair did tomorrow. I got a hair appointment tomorrow. I got a hair appointment tomorrow. So, and then I'm going to before you go, I want to say I enjoy seeing you and have a good one. Thank you, Christopher. So I got a wedding. Man, I love when it's 2 hours. Do you, JR? See, I remember. Illinois Ant Thunder, who is athlete JR the second. That's who you are, JR the second. I just put a second on there. Make you really stand out. Make you important and shit. So yes, I don't know what the fuck I was just saying, but you know I was saying something. Oh, I got a hair appointment tomorrow, so I gotta break down. I gotta get me some rest. I gotta get me some rest. So I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching the Shea Show. I really do. Even though my moderators didn't show up tonight, it's fine. Everybody was acting accordingly. We didn't have no problem with no damn body, and I appreciate that. Yep, I appreciate that so much. So without that saying, I always appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much for tuning in to the Shea Show, support me all these years. It means so much to me. So much.